So thankfully, last night, the vote went our way. Amanda went home, and, well, I couldn't be more happier because it shows that me and Christina can trust Claudia and Alyssa.
We want to thank you guys for voting Amanda off. Yeah, we really appreciated it. It was nothing. Yeah, we didn't really trust Joel. So, Joel's going home next? Yep. Alright.
Do I feel bad about voting Amanda and betraying Joel? A little bit, but do I think it was the best move for my game? Yes. Because I don't fully trust Joel. And also, in this game, you have to be a little conniving and be a little bit deceitful. And that's what I had to do.
So, are we actually going to vote for Joel if we lose? Yeah, probably. I don't think that's the best move for us. Why? Christina and Axel are way bigger threats than Joel is. So, because Axel's, very strong, and same with Christina. And as we're going into the merge, it would be better to just take them out. I definitely see what you're saying, but I don't know.
Claudia is confused as to what we should do. Honestly, it's a no-brainer. Just stick with Joel. Because, one, since Joel has a bit more targets on his back than me and Claudia do, then people will target him before we get targeted. Plus, Axel and Christina are bigger threats than him, so it makes more sense to vote for either of them. But it doesn't seem like she's going with it. And that concerns me. At this point, I'm struggling to spare myself. I am in the worst position possible because I trusted Claudia and I trusted Alyssa to vote with me, and they didn't. They went behind my back and voted off Amanda. I guess it's okay since it's not me, but still, Amanda was a part of the alliance. Now, at this point, I'm just looking for a little bit of glimmer of hope, but at this point, it's died out.
So, between the two, who would be best to vote off? I say John. Alright, why's that? I mean, it's pretty obvious. He's an even bigger threat than Bernadette. And we're nearing the merge, so it makes sense to vote him off. Alright, I can get behind that. Alright, I don't mind you guys asking, but should we actually vote for Matt? But why would we want to do that? Because he's an even bigger threat than John. So, it makes a lot more sense. Based on physical performance, he definitely performed well than John. So, it seems better to vote him off. I mean, you're not wrong. So, I guess we should keep all of our options open. Yeah, probably.
As we emerge closer to the merge, I think it's best to vote off physical threats. John and Matt are so far the two options. Both are physical threats, but I think Matt should go. Because even though he's our alliance member, and he's a number, he just seems like too big of a threat right now. I don't want to have to cut the guy loose, but if it comes down to it, I'm going to have to.
Well, what do we do? I don't know. We just got to make sure we win this challenge. Yeah. Because if we don't, then, well, I'm pretty certain it's going to be one of us. Yeah, probably will.
I'm very concerned that me and John are the next ones on the chopping block. Because the other four, Matt, Delaney, Vince, and Nick, are all in an alliance. And that put me and John in the outs. So that's why I've really been bonding with him. And I very much am worried that it's going to be one of us if we lose. So we got to try our best in today's challenge to avoid us from going to tribal council.
I just wanted to ask you something. What is it? Can I trust you with a secret? Of course you can. What is it? Well, I found the hidden immunity idol. Really? Can you show me? Of course. Whoa, when'd you find it? Well, I found it at Polu, and I found it before we disbanded into 2 tribes. So you definitely got lucky, because if no one found it, then the idol there would have been completely gone. Yep. So, yeah. Hopefully we don't lose, because I don't want to have to use it. I understand that.
I'm glad that Bernadette trusts me with the hidden immunity idol, but I'm definitely fearing that if we do lose, it's definitely going to be one of us. So we just gotta win so we don't have to use the idol, because I want to go to the merge with an idol. So that gives us quite a lot of power if we do go to the merge with an idol.
Welcome to your next immunity challenge. First things first, Yasa getting your new look at the new Lovios tribe. Amanda voted out at the last tribal council. So, here's how today's challenge will work. 5 of you will be up on your platforms, and you'll be battling the other team in a tug-of-war battle. This is a challenge about strength, so you must be ready for this. The team that drags all the members of the opposing team off the platform first wins immunity, safe from the vote. Losers tribal council, someone will be the 8th person voted out of this game. Seems simple? Alright, let's get started. First things first, you guys have to sit someone out before we get started. And when you do that, we'll get started. The tribes are ready. Bernadette, sitting out. Survivors ready. Go! Both teams are starting to tug. Both are doing really well. Ooh, one big tug. Oh, and they almost just took out Joel from the competition, but he's still hanging on. Come on, guys, we can get him. They're doing another tug. Oh, and Joel can't hang on any longer. Joel is out. Looks like they're starting to begin fighting back. And Delaney falls. Delaney is now out. A bit more struggling coming from Lovios. Oh! And just like that, they took everybody down. Wow. I thought this was going to at least take like 5 pauses, but wow. That was quick. And just like that, Yasa wins immunity, safe from the vote. Woohoo! Congratulations, Yasa, on winning another immunity challenge. Lovios, I'm sorry, but once again, I'll be seeing you guys tonight at Tribal Council. For the 3rd time, I think. See you tonight. That challenge was amazing. All of us guys decided to use our strength combined, and somehow we were able to take that whole team off the platform. I'm amazed that we're going into the merge with numbers. Another loss. First Jake, then it was Amanda, and now it's going to be someone tonight. And I really don't want it to be me or Christina. And another tough thing is, we have to hope that Alyssa and Claudia are on our side. Which I don't want to have to put through, but I guess we're going to have to. Hopefully they side with us with voting Joel off, because that's so far the current intended target. Alright, are you two still good with voting Joel off? Yes, we are. Totally. Alright, good. Alright, guys, please. I am trying to spare myself at this point. I really don't want to go. What makes you think that? Well, I don't know. Axel and Christina definitely seem to be strong mentally than just physically. And that worries me a lot. Alright, then, if you were to pick who goes, which one? I'd still go for Axel. He's a bit more of a physical threat than Christina, and he's got more influence. Okay, then. After thinking a bit, I think it's definitely a bit better to stick with Joel tonight. Because he is right. Axel and Christina are big threats, and taking them to the merge is definitely risky. So, hopefully that's what Claudia wants.
So hopefully we can pull this off tonight.
Alright, so who do you think it should be? I definitely think it should be Axel. We should definitely vote him off. Wait, you're not even going to consider what would be the benefit of taking Axel out rather than taking Joel out? Well, it's obvious. Axel's the bigger threat compared to Joel, so it makes more sense to vote him off. Oh, come on. You're not even considering the options. We literally have all the power. Yeah, I know. And that power is going to go to voting Axel off, who's a big, powerful player. Oh, boy. Fine, we'll do it. Okay.
I'm bothered right now because Alyssa is not considering the options about the benefits of voting off Axel and Joel. And instead she's like, no, we should just do Axel. He's an even bigger threat in the merge. Which, yes, is true, but we can just use him as a shield. And it wouldn't be hard to get votes on him in the merge. So I see no issue what the problem is. The problem is keeping Joel in the game, because he's a big strategic threat, and I feel like taking him into the merge will be a big mistake. But Alyssa's close with him, so it's either vote Joel off and betray Alyssa, my biggest, closest ally, or vote off Axel, who is Christina's biggest ally, who I have hardly any connections with. I don't know what I'm going to do tonight, but someone is going to be upset with me.
Welcome, Lovios, to Tribal Council once again. Christina, third straight loss. How's that feel? Well, it feels devastating, Jeff, because going into the merge, you need numbers. And now that we're going to be down 6-4 going into the merge, I'm fearing that the other tribe is just going to take us out one by one. Alright, Claudia. As Christina said, it's best to go into the merge with numbers, and you guys are going to be down 6-4 going into the merge. How does that make you feel? Makes me feel that whoever goes, it's going to be a grieving loss to see them go, because they're a number to us. But it had to be what it had to be, because you can't avoid any way around it when you're going to Tribal Council. Alright, Joel, how do you feel about going into tonight? Jeff, I feel frightened, because I have heard my name, and I'm definitely paranoid that I could be going home. So I'm just trying to spare myself. Alright, what about you, Axel? I'm definitely concerned. People may view me as a big threat, and I don't blame them, but hopefully I can put trust into the people I have made my deals with, and hopefully they stick. Alright, with that out of the way, it's time to vote. Alyssa, you'll start us off. You're just too big of a threat to keep in this game any longer, so sorry, but nothing personal. It's looking like to be me or you tonight, so hopefully it's you. Sorry, but I have to stick with Axel, and I have to trust the other two with voting with us, so sorry, but you're the odd one out. I really hope Alyssa and Claudia can see you as a bigger threat than me. So, may the best one stay in the game. I am really sorry, but it's just gotta be how it has to be, you know? Don't want to have to do this. Alright, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. No? Alright, I'll read the votes. First vote. Axel. It's 1 vote Axel. Joel. That's 1 vote Axel, 1 vote Joel. Axel. That's 2 votes Axel, 1 vote Joel, 2 votes left. Fourth vote. Joel. We're tied. 2 votes Axel, 2 votes Joel, 1 vote left. The final vote. 8th person voted out of LEGO Survivor Barbados, Brains versus Brawn versus Beauty. Joel. Joel, that's 3 votes. That's enough for tonight. You need to bring me your torch. Joel, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go. Yeah, I did have a feeling it was going to be me because I was plotting and scheming a little bit too much. Honestly, I don't blame them for voting me out, because if I were in their shoes, I would do the same. I'm definitely disappointed I didn't make the jury or the merge, but I did do my best, and I definitely feel like what caused my downfall was the whole Jake vote, but I wanted to make a big move, and I did. Even if it did cost me $1 million.